What's up, guys? C2113 here, and today is day 2 of the Ford Nationals, the official first day start. Today was Friday. As you can see here, this is my town car. I brought it to the show field after I finished cleaning it. And here's the Continental parked in, and it was at the time the only actual Continental in the Continental section. I think they're going to show up tomorrow. Here's just a couple more pictures that I wanted to get of my car before it got real dusty. There's a lot of pollen out this time of year. So just some nice pictures. The weather's been great so far. Here is a picture of a Mark 8 that's actually in the specialty 100-year anniversary celebration Lincoln tent. Here was an area when I was walking down past where the Ford Performance area was. This is a special truck they did. This is all the performance parts area. There's an exhaust over there. I'm doing a little spin so you can see everything. Over here is a tuning area. As you can see, they've got Mustangs here. It's a company, racing company focused on tuning and both physical and tuning mods. And then I'm continuing this walk right here all the way down this sort of walkway. Now this is again near the Ford official tent. As you can see, that's this is the Ford Carlisle trolley here, and as you can see, takes people around who don't want to walk. I mean, to be fair, it's not about laziness. This is a huge, expansive event area, the fairgrounds. So it does get tiring, especially if you're trying to find parts in the swap meet area. Here's some of the new trucks Ford has out on exhibition. As you can see here, the Lariat and all that. And when I turn the corner, you'll see the Raptor, the new 2017 Raptor. Looks great. There's a Mustang. Now, this is also, as you can see, the Ford Performance area. So I'm going to walk over to their tent here. I've sort of made a circle around back of the stage. I didn't record that part. Here I'm going to be walking up to the Coyote motor. I believe it's a crate motor, but again, I don't know too much about their new engine, so could be wrong about that, but it is definitely a Ford thing. As you can see here, we are in the sort of the extended Mustang section. Again, I don't really know a lot about how the Mustangs are all distributed. I do know there are different clubs. They're like the Red Mustang Club and the Yellow Mustang Club, so there is some variety. Here we have Marauder. I was in the Marauder section. I do like these cars, and this one had a supercharger on it. Real clean, as you can see, although there were some bad swirls in the back, but hey, not everyone's going to be perfect with their paint, but this is an amazing car. It's got a couple tasteful mods in my opinion, but they didn't go crazy, and most importantly, they didn't change out the rims, which I always find just really tacky. These cars just look good with the original rims. Here's some more Marauders in the section. I believe CrownVic.net was up the hill a little bit, or it may have been at the bottom of the hill, but I didn't see too much activity there, so I didn't head there. This is just sort of an overview of the back end of the fairgrounds where I usually hang out. It's where the old Ford and Lincoln guys hang out, so that's usually where I am. Here's the Ford truck section, as you can see. And here I guess we're moving up a bit. This is... to be honest, I don't know what these cars are. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to these cars because I'm more into, again, the classics and not the originals. Okay, here we got some Fairlanes on the left. I don't know if you saw those. And down this row, I believe it's Thunderbirds. So here we go. We got a Galaxy 500 there, and I think these were all Galaxies down this row. And we're going to start walking down this row, actually, I believe, right now. Yes, we are. So I've always been a huge fan of the Galaxy. I kind of think it's, with the larger engines in it, it's basically it's a very underappreciated muscle car. But nonetheless, it's a very nice car, and there's so many different variants. And definitely some of my favorite body styles came out of the 60s, late 60s, maybe early 70s before they, started adding the crazy bumpers to them. But these are very nice examples. Almost all of them are very nice looking cars. So here we are looking at all the Galaxies, and again, there's quite a few. You'd expect some of these more niche cars to not have that many people, but there were. So we're now making our way over towards still some Galaxies, but we're making our way over to the Mercuries and then the Lincolns. So here we are at the Mercuries, and if we just start looking down this way, you'll see the Mercuries, and as I turn left, you'll see that the Continental section where my Continental's parked is kind of sparse. Although later in the day, as you see here, a Mark III pulled up, and it was a very clean car. This guy actually redid all the paint. It's got a very nice green sparkle in it. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. I couldn't resist. The lighting was nice, and there weren't too many people around, and so I just wanted to get a nice panoramic shot with the camera moving around my car. So here we have some Mark 7s and 8s. These are lined up. I believe this is the Mark 7 and 8 club. I am not sure, but I think a lot of these people belong to that club. So yeah, here's back to this Mark III. I don't know if you can tell from this video, but it has a very nice little subtle green sparkle in the paint, and it looks great. Also, the vinyl top is amazing condition. I'm not sure if he's redone it, but it looks original. As you can see, even the leather on the seats is not bad, so the mileage can't be that high. Here's some really nice pictures of it. It sits level, starts up very nice from what he showed me. It's an amazing car for sure. So you don't see a lot of nice ones like that, certainly. So here we are actually walking towards some of the newer Lincolns. As you can see, I think these are like the MKZs, basically like the other section, because there's a lot of cars that they don't include. Oh, and by the way, I just passed it, but there is that really nice pink Mark 7 there. I don't know if you could see that. That actually won an award last year. So here we are in the newer model Lincolns, and there's an MKZ, which again, I mean, look at that, and look at the new Continental. You can barely tell them apart. To me, that's kind of a sin on Lincoln's part. But here we are pulling into some of the more this is the Lincoln Other section. So unfortunately, a lot of different cars get bunched in there, including the LS, and then of course a Mark V, which, I mean, come on, we could have put that in the Continental section, but I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful Bill Blast 79 Mark V. A little rough, but it's still in pretty good shape. Here we've got a 71 Continental I just passed, and of course there's my town car at the end of the row. There was someone between me, they left already. And here we have a, I think, 2016 Navigator. And here's just an overview of the whole Lincoln section as a whole, looking from the back corner. And here we go back to that Mark 7 I was telling you about. That's in amazing shape, and it's got a beautiful pink color from the factory, by the way. So here is 100 years of Ford Trucks tent they had in celebration of 100 years of Ford Trucks. So as you see, I'm just doing a quick walkthrough, but they've got some amazing specimens in here. Really awesome to see this, by the way. It's just something you don't get to see. They're very nice examples. I'll tell you, they probably don't get driven very often, if at all, for some of them. But they're very well preserved. Definitely even nicer than some of the nicest cars you see out in the show field, for sure. Okay, so as we come to this section, the next section is going to be the inside of the 100 years of Lincoln. Actually, this is the 100 years of Lincoln existing as the Lincoln Motor Company. And as you can see here, we've got Mark 7 and Mark 8. I forgot what was in that corner over there, but over here we've got a town car from the 80s. We've got a Mark 4, and then we've got, I think, a 64 Continental with the suicide doors. And I mean, all of these cars are pristine, and that 64 Continental is amazing. And here we just have, towards the end of the day, people are starting to leave. You can still see people are coming in, but this is around maybe 4 o'clock, so it's starting to get to that point when people coming in and people leaving is about the same amount, and then at some point there's going to be more people leaving. So here we are approaching the Torino section. As you see, beautiful cars. I've always loved those slatted rear windows. They're absolutely amazing. These are amazing specimens. Those two, I think, won awards several years in a row. These over here, still in great shape. All of these on the end actually were absolutely, pretty immaculate. And here is a beautiful early Mustang. I know I have a couple friends that love Mustangs, and this would, these are beautiful. This one had a sort of pony theme to it, but I mean, pony car, but still, they painted it on there. Again, they don't joke and call this the Mustang Nationals for nothing, but you can see Mustangs for miles. But I've always been a fan of the older classic Mustangs, especially the late '60s Mustangs, and they have them all here. So this one I believe was something has to do with something with Worcester, Mass. I don't really know, but these were the specialty Mustangs. These were over by the Ford Performance side of things, and over here you have some transmission. I mean, again, if you're looking for a performance part for your car, there's no better place. So as you can see now, more people are leaving. I think this is towards maybe 4:30ish, so it's getting later. And I think members of the Red Mustang Club are leaving, as you can see. So you've definitely got people coming. But it's always cool if you're sticking around a little bit longer to just watch all the cars drive by, both when they're coming in and when they're leaving. It's pretty cool. And if you see this beautiful white with the red striped Mustang that just drove by, again, you get to see some awesome cars and hear some great exhausts. Here we've got this Mustang Cobra that's got these like Cobra eyes on it, which is, I think it's pretty cool. A little tacky, but. And after I left, I was actually having dinner at this restaurant, and I was waiting for my food, and this beautiful little Bronco came in. I'm not sure exactly what year it is, but I'm guessing it's before '79, because I think that's when they switched over to the different lights. And man, it was great shape, ran like a dream from what I could hear. And I just thought I'd take a picture of it. So anyway, guys, that's been day 2 of the Ford Nationals. Hit subscribe to see more.